Hey everybody, it's Patrick and welcome back to my personal playground. Here on this channel, I take the opportunity to just film videos on things that are of interest to me. There is no real rhyme, there's no real reason, and that I want to share in the hopes that perhaps if somebody is just stumble across this video and maybe it'll be informative and at the very least entertaining. Today, we are going to travel back in time. Now, I know I say that this channel has no rhyme or reason, but obviously a lot of the content that I have filmed for this channel has been stationary related. We've kind of been in planner season for a while now, so I'm finding that a lot of my attention has been in the planner realm. And in that theme, I am really excited to show this. I was thinking a lot about my planning style, the things that I need in a planner, the things that I enjoy in a planner. If you know me, you know that I've been living by the Hobonichi cousin for the better part of 3 or 4 years now. But it got me thinking about the past. And when I started using a planner to begin with, there were many, many years that I didn't use a planner. My first ever planner was in 1994. I was in high school and it was called the Fat Little Day Planner by Cambridge, Mead. And somebody was selling a refill on eBay for like $5 or $6, and somebody was selling the actual planner itself for like $12 or $13. And again, this is from 1994. You can actually see it's dated here, 1994. So I just picked it up. They sent the planner, the internal components of the planner had been used. Because I was able to get a refill, which was sealed, I thought I'm just gonna set it up and put it in here and show you what the planner that I used in 1994 looked like. I really did use this. I want to say it was my sophomore or junior year of high school. And then I bought the refill and used it again my senior year. So let's just dive in and take a look at the Fat Little Planner. I'll show you the refill at the end. I don't even know what size this is. It's not big. Obviously, this is an A5, so you can see it's smaller than that. It feels like leather, but it is definitely faux leather. But it has the snap, which I still to this day appreciate, especially when I'm traveling. Minimal branding. You've got the little Cambridge logo here. This is kind of a brown. You can see there's a couple scuff marks, and I put the blank inserts inside already. So you have a secretarial flap here. You have these two sort of components. So you had this, again, works very much like the Hobonichi, where you can tuck it in a cover. And then you had this sort of component of the planner. And then you had a notepad that could slide in and out, and you could buy refills for all of these components. Okay, this is the Mead Corporation, made in China. I don't know if you can see that. This up so you could see. And a pen loop here as well. I just keep smiling as I'm looking at this because I just have such memories. So let's just take a look at the first part. You can actually see the contents here. The Fat Little Day Planner contents included a monthly planner fold out, a calendar section for birthdays, anniversaries, international holidays, 4-year calendar, a monthly calendar, weekly appointments, future planning. Then it had this whole finance section, which I do remember using when I graduated high school and got my first apartment. I did use this. And then a home personal section, quick info, reference pages, insurance, restaurants, services, calorie counter, cooking measurements, shopping lists, and a coupon envelope, as well as a telephone and address section. Why might we need a telephone and an address section? Well, back then there were no cell phones and you had to remember people's phone numbers. It's got a very old school approach here on the internal. So let's take a look. Basically, you've got your refills available here at drug, discount, and grocery stores nationwide. And if you're unable to find one in your area, here's a phone number to call. And so then we have our cover page. We have our personal information here, which is, your name and your address, your business address, your driver's license number, your license plate, your vehicle registration number, your social security number, your passport, your attorney's name and phone number, medical information like your doctor and your blood type, any allergies, and of course, an in case of emergency. I do remember back then using this monthly planner fold out. And so basically it's It's what you see at the front of the Hobonichi Cousin. So all of January, all of February, all of March, all of April, all of May, all of June, and all the days of the week here. Doesn't have the actual days of the week titled like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but you do get the number of days. And I remember using this as a place to sort of drop in. I didn't really use the dates so much as I would drop tasks that I knew I needed to accomplish in each month in here. So you basically have a yearly overview, then you go into the calendar. And of course, this insert is from shows you 97 and 98, 99 and 2000. International holidays for 98, 99 and 2000. So you can see here the holiday schedule listed, which is really interesting that it was sort of organized this way at the front of the planner. Birthdays and anniversaries for the whole year on one page. Other important dates for the whole year on another page. Then you go into your monthly view. These were perpetual, so I remember setting these up. So you would write the month and then you would fill in the days as appropriate in the boxes. To be populated, going straight into your weekly view for the week of whatever you would designate. And then you had the 7 days of the week listed here, and it would basically follow this pattern throughout. So again, like the next week, the week after, the week after, the week after, and then you get another monthly view, and you would start your next month here, and it would follow again with the 5 weeks that you might need for the month. And then you would go into another monthly view. It was interesting in the weekly view. I thought it was interesting. You had these check boxes down the side. I remember not using those overly too much. I would kind of basically put my tasks and the things I had to do in each day sort of randomly throughout each of these. And my understanding is that they don't make this fat little planner anymore, but I could be wrong about that. If you know, sound off in the comments below. I think that pretty much goes this whole section. Yes, for the whole year follows suit. And then you get these tabs. So then you get to the finance section here. And this is hilarious. U.S. household budget averages and expenditures. So if you're making $20,000 to $30,000 a year, you want to spend about 14% of your budget on food, about 29% on housing, and about 6.7% on your utilities. If you're making 40 to 50K or 70K and over, it gives you those guidances here. Clothing, how much money you want to spend on clothing and transportation and healthcare and entertainment and insurance and pensions. It just goes on and on and on. But actually, as a young person, I do think looking at this, it really did help me think about, being a successful adult, right? And learning how to budget and learning how to look at these things that are important as an overview. Here you've got your month and your income, and then your monthly budget, and you could divvy it out over 5 weeks, come to a total, write down the difference. You could literally fill in these, your mortgage or your rent or your utility expenses, your insurance for cars, home or personal, your phone, food and sundries, clothing, repairs, auto, medical, entertainment, cash contributions, childcare, credit card or loan payments, miscellaneous, your savings account. Again, it literally has one of these for every single month. And after I graduated high school and started living independently, this was something I used. It really did help me keep my finances, for the most part, on track, or as on track as a 19, 20, and 21-year-old version of me was capable of doing. Then you came here to money saving tips. Use coupons, plan meals for the week or the month, use shopping lists, carpool, do it yourself, home repairs, compare prices by phone before shopping, purchase bulk packs, generics, regulate the thermostat at night, lower in the winter, higher in the summer. Install flow restrictor in the shower and reduce water heater temperature, window stripping around the doors, make long distance calls at night whenever possible. Pay cash for everything. Check out videos at the library. Have a garage sale. Replace high-interest credit cards with low-interest, no-fee cards. Save gas on short rides by walking or riding a bicycle. Don't be afraid to ask for discounts. Almost any price is negotiable. Vacation in the off-season. It's less crowded and it's less expensive. Over here, you've got itemized expenses, so date, what the item is, what the amount is, cash, check, or credit. And you've got several of those itemized expense pages here. And then we get to, let's get to auto service repairs. Date, mileage, description, the cost, and the service location. You have several pages of those. And then you go into a trip diary if you wanted to log your trips. Date, destination, purpose, ending, mileage, beginning mileage, total. Then you have this built-in envelope for your receipts. It's not a very big envelope, but there's a receipt envelope here. And that sort of concludes this front insert. Then you go into the home personal insert, which is basically quick info, important phone numbers. Again, this is before we had cell phones and could just tap a phone number. We all had to remember all of these phone numbers, and we did. So police, emergency, police, non-emergency, fire, ambulance, your spouse, school, doctors, lawyers, insurance for home and auto, your veterinarian, and your emergency contact. So you had that at a quick glance. And then over here, you had your Visa credit card number, your MasterCard credit card number, your Discover, your Amex Club, your gasoline, their toll-free numbers, your bank account information, including your PIN number column. Over here, you had weights and measurements. So you could see, okay, 1 centimeter converts over to 0.3937 inches. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeters. 1 foot is 3.04 decimeters. So on and so forth. You can see that conversion for weights and area and volume and temperature down here on this page. Lots of information, right? Your insurance policies information here, your insurance agents information over here, your favorite restaurants, Chinese, Mexican, deli, French, Italian, and others, space for your favorite restaurants. A space for your plumber, electrician, your mechanic, your lawn care, cable, phone, utilities, cleaning, all their phone number spaces. This is hilarious. This is a calorie counter. So if you want to know how many calories and fat and so on and so forth, certain things generically have, it says here that a carbonated drink, regular 12 fluid ounces is 152 calories, 14 grams of sodium. A bagel, a cinnamon raisin bagel, 1 medium portion is 1.5 grams of fat and 230 calories. You literally get a couple pages here. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of food and calories. Haddock, ice cream, meat and poultry, fruit, salad dressings, all here. Then you go into cooking measurements, your liquid and dry measurements here, as well as cooking. So like 1 stick of butter equals 1/2 cup of butter. 4 sticks of butter is 2 cups of butter. 6 eggs is 1 cup of eggs. So you can kind of sort of see those conversions. And then of course, since we're talking about food, you have shopping list pages. So you could write your grocery list in here and take your planner with you when you go shopping. So this is all these are all shopping list pages here. And then you go into another envelope, which is your coupon envelope. Same idea, little envelope here for coupons. And that brings you to the last section of the book, which is your telephone and your address book. It gives you a map of the United States with all the time zones. It also gives you every area code at the time for every single state, but all your area codes are here. Toll-free phone numbers for American Airlines, Continental Airlines, Delta, Northwest Airlines, Trans World Airlines, which was TWA, United Airlines, US Air. Hotels, 800 numbers for Best Western, Budget Inn hotels, Choice hotels, Courtyard by Marriott. So interesting to think they must have partnered with all of these people to put these numbers in, or did they? Or was it just something they just did? I don't know. Car rental phone numbers. Almo, Avis, Budget, Dollar, Hertz, National, Thrifty, all their 800 numbers. I should call some of these and just see if they still work. Then you have the distances between major US cities. So you can actually see like the driving distance between the major US cities. And then you have your telephone address book, the A's and the B's, the C's and the D's, the E's through the F's, and so on and so forth. And that brings you to the end of the two main components, and you get a notepad here with blank paper for whatever you need. And that, my friends, is the fat little day planner. And what was amazing is you would invest in this. I think it was maybe, I don't even know if it was $20. And then when you were done the year, you would buy a refill pack. And in each refill pack, you would get both components and you would get an extra notepad. And it would come sort of wrapped up in this packaging with wrap around it. And it would tell you on the back that refill pack 47218 contains one of each of these inserts here. And so you'd get insert 1, insert 2, and 1 notepad. And oh, here are the dimensions. So there you go. So here's the dimensions of the planner: 4 3/16 by 5.5, or 10.6 by 14 centimeters. 1994, made in China. And that, my friends, is the fat little day planner. It's been so interesting to have all the memories flood back, but also to look at what was important back then in time, because we didn't have the convenience of cell phones and all of the apps that are now on our phones that give us the measurements and the directions and all that. The phone numbers, those all used to be something we would put in our planners. And I love this little time capsule. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sound off in the comments below. Did you have a fat little big planner? Do you remember what the original planner you had was? If you film a video, tag me in the video. I'd love to see what your original planner was. And until the next video, I will see you all very soon. Thanks so much. Bye.